Now we're down to the final five with $20,000 on the line to the winner. We told you about the great matchup. Now it is time. Hall of Famer Mark Roth will start things off head-to-head with Johnny Petraglia. This should be a lot of fun to watch.
A slow speed, playing deep inside the lane. He told me, I said, Mark, what lane hooks the most? He said, I'm going to be playing so deep, they're both going to be about the same.
Roth had an up-and-down week. Johnny Petraglia a bit more consistent in his run to this championship round. Roth had to really battle back toward the end of match play just to get here to the final five.
Now Petraglia leading the 10-pin, also playing the deep inside line. So their lines are actually crossing where Mark is laying the ball down and where Johnny's laying the ball down. They're crossing paths on that lane.
Last week, Klamath Falls, Oregon. Petraglia took the championship, his fifth on the senior tour, picks up the 10-pin there.
Now we take a look at our lane conditions. The surface is synthetic. The oil is applied to 32 feet, bucked out to 39. The pattern is called the double tree, and this week they added a little bit more oil on the left-hand side of the lane. That might be one of the reasons why Johnny Petraglia's reaction was a little better, and there he is.
Impressive credentials for Petraglia.
Slow speed, really moving the ball back into the pocket. And at 54 years old, Johnny Petraglia has still got one of the greatest knee bends in the game.
Mark Roth back up. Average this week at 218.17 for this pinfall. Just over 9,500 total. He was in 6th place, though, all the way down to 13th place throughout qualifying and match play.
Leaves the soft 10. Pin comes back. Tries to knock it down. I watched him on the right-hand lane in practice, and he was having trouble climbing the hill. What I mean by that is getting his ball to the right and having it get back to the pocket in time. Very important to control the break point, get the ball rolling a little sooner so it makes that move into the pocket earlier.
Really has worked on consistency this week. Picks up the 10-pin again. Spare for him. And a good start for Mark Roth. Sometimes the pressure a little bit less, as he was telling us before the match today, Marshall, when you kind of squeak in to the TV final, not much to lose out.
You know, he was way down, well down throughout most of match play. Made that big rush the last 4 or 5 games, so he's playing on the house money. No problem on lane 11. Lane 12 giving Mark just a bit of trouble. Petraglia, good chance to get a double.
Started with 248, best senior bowlers in the world, down to the last 5. 4th spot, Hall of Famer Johnny Petraglia from New Jersey. Garden State matchup here, these two.
Two players that know each other very well, have been bowling against each other for years. Great look at Johnny Petraglia. Watch the knee bend. Classic finishing position. Starting the ball around the 19th, 20th board and swinging it out.
Some of the impressive credentials we talked about. Senior Rookie of the Year, 99, 5 senior titles. The sudden death roll-off last week in Oregon.
And one of only 4 players to have a triple crown. That's the PBA National, the U.S. Open, and the Tournament Champions. Will it? Oh, the messenger goes right in front of the 7-pin. I'd be shaking my head, too.
PBA Nationals in 1980. The champions title came in 71. U.S. Open in 1977. Lefty. Seventh pin. Picks it up. Easy spare for Petraglia.
Now, these two have bowled each other on television, but it's been a long time. April 8th, 1978, the Greater Hartford Open in Windsor Locks, Connecticut. And Roth defeated Petraglia in a low-scoring match, 194 to 171 for the title. That's all ancient history now. 2, the 4, and the 8. And for Roth, fortunate the 10-pin didn't stand. A lot of times when the ball comes in that steep, 10-pin's easy to lead.
In Seattle, first ever senior win. First time he'd ever come from the 5th place on the ladder all the way up to win it in his career on the national or senior tour.
That ball hangs on. He makes the spare. Get a good look at Mark Roth. Now watch. He keeps the wrist cupped for power. Fairly high backswing. You can still see the wrist in that strong position and then rips through it at the bottom of the swing. That's where the lift comes from. It comes from the wrist being cupped. It's really imparted by that part of the body. Great shot. Great camera angle.
.222 average in Seattle on that 4 victory run to the championship. Have to put up big numbers today. Comes Brooklyn a little high, but down goes the 10-pin. He'll take it.
Well, he certainly will take it, Dave. That was very fortunate. And, you know, it's sometimes when you're having a problem with one lane, it infiltrates into your game plan on the other lane. We'll get another look at Roth on lane 11. That ball did not get it far enough to the right. It's going to hook past the head pin. 6-pin, very friendly, rolls into the 10-pin, and you get the nosedive pressure strike.
Missed the pocket a bit.
Looked like he had problems with the approach there, Dave. Stuck a little bit, didn't get that good firm position at the foul line. Fortunate just to leave the single pin to 2. Should have no problem making this.
Johnny defeated Mark in Oregon last week. Not a TV match, but in the TV format. 259-238. Picks up his spare. Southpaws. There have been some great ones, Marshall.
Well, and you know, I had a chance to kind of go through my picks. Anthony Albee, Bone, Donnie Petraglia, and Dave Davis. Now, I know there are people back at home saying, where's Jason Couch? Well, you know, Jason still, he hasn't been out on tour that long. Give him 4 or 5 more years, and he could easily displace one of those great bowlers.
Dave Davis not in the championship round today. Won this title, the Las Vegas Senior PBA Open a year ago. Also a Hall of Famer. Good start for each of the bowlers here in Las Vegas. No open frames of yet. Mark Roth, Petraglia, head-to-head. 2 Hall of Famers. More coming up.